All right, guys. So strategies to ambush your competition and win the war by fighting asymmetrically. Now, what in the hell does this even mean? Let me get into that. So the best hacks that will trump any conversion trick or scaling strategy when it comes to Facebook ads is what I'm going to talk to you about today. And it's actually the exact opposite. It doesn't have anything to do with Facebook, with ads, with funnels, okay? And this is how you can asymmetrically become the better and the best media buyer or entrepreneur out there and kind of kill your competition. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about today is going to be focus. Being able to work more intensely, more focused, and more frequently and for longer periods than everybody else, and how to develop raw horsepower. That's what I'm going to show you today. And I'm also going to show you routines. So adhering the right routines in order to make less shallow decisions throughout the day, allowing you to use the full capacity of your brain for more important tasks. Okay, and all of these things are things I've for over 4.5 years tried religiously myself. It's things that I could not live without. It's thing I use and do every day. So it's not something I think is working. It's something that works very well for me, and I hope it can do the same thing for you in helping you crush your industry and become the best of the best. Because it doesn't matter how good you are at Facebook ads, if you cannot focus, if you cannot read data because you're so tired, you're going to be crushed by somebody that has these. Okay, this is the foundation. It's the most important thing out there. So first, gaining focus asymmetrically. What things can we do to gain focus as soon as possible, as fast as possible? There are a few things that I'm going to cover with you. It's going to be like roughly 7 or 8 things that I do and that help me. And the first thing for focus, guys, is the most obvious one. I've tried everything. I've tried using sleep hacks, sleep cycles. Nothing trumps sleep, all right? So improve your focus with sleep quality by incorporating bedtime routines is the best thing out there, by far best thing. And so one thing I like to do is, one thing I'd urge you to buy is chamomile tea, which is a sort of tea. You can buy it at your local grocery store. It helps you wind down. It's a tea for sleep, okay? It's it's very good. I drink it every night before I go to sleep, roughly like 20 minutes. I found that if I drink it like an hour before, it doesn't give me an effect. So 20 minutes before you go to sleep, drink some chamomile tea, and also read a book before sleeping. Okay, that's very important because when you read, you get sleepy. Lastly, avoid blue light. So blue light comes from your phone. Blue light comes from your TV, MacBook. So I would actually recommend you to not use any phones or something before you go to sleep. So just read a book with some chamomile tea, and that's like the first thing on improving focus. We're going to talk about sleep routines in the next cycle, but one thing I want to show you guys real quick is on MacBook. I don't know if it's the same on. Yeah, I would recommend you all to download this plugin called Flux. And with Flux, I don't know if you can see this, but I can turn my screen yellow. Hope you can see this, but you can turn it yellow, and this reduces the blue light that we just talked about because okay, so if you want me to get into like details on why you wouldn't want blue light is because blue light releases cortisol in your body, which prevents you from falling asleep, right? So you got to avoid blue light. And you have the same thing for iPhones. I don't know, for Android, you got the app built inside the iPhone. Use that as well before you go to sleep. So on sleep, this is what I have. I can get very, very detailed, but I just want to give you like the things that asymmetrically will help you the most with the fastest of incorporating. Bedtime routines, drinking, so going to sleep the same time every day, waking up the same time every day. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. Drinking chamomile tea, read a book, and avoid blue light. That's about it for sleep. Exercise. So improving your focus by exercising more. This will train your mental health and help you endure pain. And move your body every day before work. I mean that every day before work. Never start a work date without heating your body up and without having taken a shower. Okay, so every day before I work, like get to work at my office, it doesn't, like if I feel sick, I'll go for a walk. do something every morning, all right, to heat your body up, because you get momentum, right? You get momentum when you work out, and you start making these small wins. You start you sweat, you work out, you change clothes, you shower, like you get so much momentum. So I never start working before I exercise. I do it the first thing every morning, 6 days a week. And it's not like I go to the gym and lift heavy weights all the time. Sometimes, like I said, I just go for a walk. It's just about moving your body every morning. And I didn't have more space after here, so I added here, please meditate also if you can. Meditation, you don't have to overcomplicate it. You don't need any app or something. Set a 10-minute timer on your phone. Focus on your breathing. That's it. It's okay if you start thinking about other things, but the whole practice of meditation is to learn how to only focus on your breathing and learn how to do nothing. So as soon as your thought goes somewhere else, you just accept it and you come back to your breathing. Literally it. And I know I'm going to give you a lot of things here today. It's all about adapting the things that are most important to you right now. I'm just going to give you all the options that I do every day and that work for me. Third thing is your phone. First of all, don't place your phone by your bed. Charge it in another room. Okay. I never have the phone besides my bed, because if I can't sleep, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to open up Instagram, and then I can't sleep anymore. And then just shit's going to hit the fan, right? Tio is recommending apps for Headspace for meditation. Tio, I hear you. I did that for 2 years, but I stopped all of it because it kind of confuses the art of meditation, because the art of meditation is not doing anything. And when you start incorporating apps, then you're suddenly doing things. You can try apps if you want. I found the better it is actually just to keep meditation at what it is. Focus on your breathing. But if we go back to phones, never check apps when you wake up. That's a very, very important thing. So a lot of things, like, for example, my sister, right? That's the first person I thought about. When she wakes up, the first thing she does is open Instagram or open news. That's like getting a huge influx of bad, like, like unnecessarily information into your brain that you don't need. I remember one time, like 3 years ago, I woke up, I checked Instagram, and I saw a guy that had made that, was in like Bahamas or something. And I started getting so negative because the weather was really shitty outside. And it was just horrible. And after that, I decided to never check my apps when I wake up, because you don't need that. Like, you don't need to know what the world does when you wake up. You really don't. So never, ever check your apps when you wake up, right? So what I do when I wake up, I don't check an app, and I go straight for a workout. The only app I open is Spotify. For the first hours of my workday, I don't check WhatsApp, I don't check Snapchat, I don't check Instagram, I don't check Facebook, I don't check Messenger. No apps, okay? For the first 4 hours of my day. So I go straight to workout, and then for the first 4 hours of my day, I turn off my phone and I put it in a drawer, right? And I check my notifications after my 4 hours of deep work, after that's over. So the reason why I don't check it until I've done my 4 hours of deep work is because social media actually like prevents you, or I've noticed for me, it prevents me from getting into this deep work state. Yes, this presentation will be shared with you. It's recorded. Social media prevents me from getting in the flow of this deep state. That's why when I wake up, no social media, nothing. And for the first hours of workday, no social media, nothing. Turn off the phone, put it in a drawer. In between your breaks, don't check Instagram. That's not having a break, right? If you're trying to have a break, go for a walk in the office, go for a walk in your apartment, go get a glass of water. Don't check social media until the first 4 hours of the day is over. It's going to help you a lot with focus. Fourth thing is notifications. Turn off all your notifications on your phone. That's like without any standard. Don't tell me, oh, Miro, but I need to catch up with my friends. No, like turn off all your notifications on your phone, period. I don't have any apps notifying me. Nothing. Not even messages. The only way I get a notification if somebody calls me. And I've even taken it to another extent where I've activated moon setting. The moon setting on iPhone is a setting where it's built in the iPhone. It's where people need to call you 2 times for you to get a notification. So the first time somebody calls me, it's like it says I'm in a phone call. The second time, then it goes through. So I've really blocked myself from notifications because each time I get a notification, I get disturbed. And no notifications on my freaking computer as well. And also, I would recommend you to install the Facebook Newsfeed Eradicator, which is a plugin. I can show that to you real quickly. Can you guys see my Facebook? Please let me know in the chat. Can you see my Facebook here? Yeah, you should be seeing my Facebook. So you see, I don't see any posts on Facebook, right? It literally shows like this. Each time I go into Facebook, because I work a lot in Facebook, right? It looks like this. So by like, you know, when you're working on Facebook, it's very easy to get distracted by posts. You get to start, you know, you start reading what other people are doing, which is like unnecessary stuff. You don't need that. So just install the Facebook Newsfeed Eradicator. It's a plugin. Where do we have that? I think, yeah, here. No, it's not that one. Yeah, just go to Google and search for you got to use Google Chrome. That's important. Facebook Newsfeed Eradicator. And it removes all your, yeah, here it is. It removes all of your posts here. So you don't need that. That's just distractions. All right, so let's continue. So turn off all your notifications on your phone and on your computer. Install the Facebook Newsfeed Eradicator. Nutrition, guys, I'm just gonna keep it simple. Eat good food. It's gonna help you with focus. Don't eat a fucking kebab during lunch, all right? You will get sleepy and you won't be able to produce anything worthy. If you wanna know how I eat my food, ideally for my lunch, I don't eat a lot of carbs because I know carbs make me go sleepy. So today, for lunch, I ate some fish and I ate some vegetables and I drank a lot of water. I drink a lot of water. Probably mentioned that as well. And for dinner, then I have like more carbs, and during the night I have more carbs because I get very sleepy when I eat a lot of carbs. So it's common sense, right? Don't eat a lot of carbs during the day. I've noticed that it makes me feel sleepy. You've probably felt that as well when you get into a sleep coma. Theo says, any feedback about fasting? Yeah, I didn't want to mention fasting here because it's like not everybody could do it. I've been doing intermittent fasting for 3 years. I think people have been sleeping on it. I've been using it a lot. So if we could get real quickly, fasting is you don't eat for the first 4 hours of the day. Yeah, I don't even want to get into that because a lot of people maybe will feel like, you know, oh, this is too much stuff. If you want to know about fasting, intermittent fasting, you could Google on it. If you already know what it is, do it. It helps a lot. And lastly, or not lastly, but Brain FM. So this one is key. Don't listen to music when doing deep work. Deep work is like truly focused work when you achieve something kind of out of the ordinary. You don't write ad copy shallow work, right? You don't write ad copy shallow. You don't analyze ads by shallow work. You do that by deep focused work. I didn't create this course by shallow work. I did it by deep work. There's an app called Brain FM, or is a website. It's like $5 a month. You could find this on YouTube as well, but I haven't found it to be as good. It's called binaural beats. It's a kind of it's a sound wave that activates and stimulates a part of your brain that enhances focus, right? So it's created specifically for focus. Like, it's scientific research, right? You can get into it. It sounds very strange, but it works. So it sounds like this. You could choose different. Currently, I'm in Spain, so I listen to Beach Focus. It sounds like this. And classical focus is like this. It really, really works, right? Theo says we should close Brain FM for their ads because they're suck. Yeah, dude, reach out to them. I've never seen their ads. So use Brain FM. It's a great tip. Don't listen to music when doing deep work. Lastly, on focus, plan tomorrow today. It's very, very important. Always have a notebook by your side and plan tomorrow today. Always wake up in the morning knowing exactly what you're going to do today. So every morning I wake up, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know exactly what to focus on. I go straight for my workout, no social media. I come home, I shower, I meditate, I get dressed. And I immediately, when I sit at the computer, I don't open Facebook, I don't open Instagram. I just get started with the task that I know I need to do. 4 hours of deep, focused work. That's really about it. There's a lot of things we could get into, but I wanted to present the things that's going to asymmetrically give you focus, which basically means what's the least thing we could do to gain the most amount of focus as quickly as possible. Here you have them. Let me know in the chat how you enjoyed them before I move on to the next thing. Hopefully it'll help. Maybe you already know a lot of these things, but hopefully it's a reminder, and hopefully you got a few good things from this. So let's move on, because focus in itself is not enough. Let's move on to the next important thing here, which is adhering the right routines to activate all cylinders in your brain, guys. Your brain is like a car, right? You're probably operating on, like, I don't want to take me as an example, but let's take Bill Gates. That guy is fucking operating on all cylinders of his brain, right? Do you think Darwin created the freaking thesis of like species, or whatever it's called, like survival of the fittest, if his brain wasn't on all cylinders? Like Nobel Prize winners, like quantum physicists, they have all cylinders activated in their brain. And if you look at most smart people and successful people, I'm not talking about social media successful. I'm talking about like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, next level success. They have this in place. So the first thing for routines is, guys, start working on the same time every day. End work on the same time every day. Eat your meals at the same time every day. Okay, it's so important. So like Darwin, like the guy that, you know, the what's his like thesis called? I'm not sure. Darwin species thing, species of origin, right? Survival of the fittest. He used to start like every one of these like super successful guys historically have had a routine for when they start to work and when they stop to work. So chances that we should do it is very high. So I can show you, like, I've scheduled my entire life into my Google Calendar. When I wake up, when I work out, when I meditate, and my lunch, right? My lunch, my dinner, I have everything in place. So I very much recommend you to have a routine in place as well for when you start work and when you end work. And it should be the same time every day. If you want to know what I do, I work 11 to 12 hours, 6 days a week. Sundays, I have completely off. You should always have a day off. Always, at least a day off. And that's about it. So you don't have to work 11, 12 hours a day. I want you to know that as well. I've done this for a few years. So I've trained myself to have focus for long periods of time. I couldn't do that when I started, just so you know. And just set a time. Okay, I'm going to work 9, I'm going to stop 5, right? For example, and you got to follow it religiously every day. And you got to eat meals every day the same day. Now, why is this important? Well, it's because you want to make as few shallow decisions per day. Listen, our brain, and not a lot of people know this, has only I realized, I read about this like a year ago. Our brain only has the capacity to make a few important decisions every day. So have you ever felt like at the end of the workday, like your friend or your girlfriend or your husband, boyfriend asks you, hey, what do you want to eat for dinner? I know when my girlfriend asks me at the end of a workday, hey, Miro, what do you want to eat for dinner? I'm like, fucking hell, like, can you leave me alone? I don't even know what my name is. I am so fried in my brain. I cannot even make a simple decision, because I've used all the all the capacity and all the important choices that I have for the day on work, right? And it's true. So your brain can only do a few very like big and hard decisions per day, and you don't want to waste those on shallow things. You don't want to waste them on what time you should eat your food or what time you should start working today. You should have that so it automatically happens, right? You don't want to waste your kind of brain power on making shallow decisions. That's why routines are so important. And the next thing in routines is exercise. Again, exercise, work out the same time every day. It's the same thing here, right? So immediately when I wake up, I work out. And ideally, the first thing in the morning, I would recommend you to work out, because working out and exercising after a full work day is quite hard and you feel depleted. And chances are that you're like, oh, I'm tired. Oh, it's raining. Oh, this hurts. Oh, I don't have time. right? You start coming up with excuses. So if you work out immediately in the morning, you have that over and your body has a lot of momentum, right? You've kind of conquered your morning. You've drinking coffee, you've drinking water, you've been at the gym, you've showered, you've gotten dressed, you're at the office. You have momentum, right? And that's exactly what you need. So set times for workout and work, very, very important. And also routines for morning and after work, like winding down. So you got to create a routine for the morning and after work. So for example, mine in the morning is literally this. I wake up, I drink water, and then I drink coffee, and then I go to the gym, and then I come home, and then I shower, and then I get dressed, and then I meditate, and then I read my goals, and then I work. And for the night, I read a book, I drink some tea, I spend some time with my family, and I go to sleep. And I don't have a phone for the last 90 minutes before bed. Right? So how did I came up with this? Well, I tested a lot of different routines. I probably have some of them here in Pages. Let me open that up for you so you can see how I do it. I literally created them like this. And I've tried probably hundreds of these setups. Here you have it. This is literally how I come up with my routines, right? I just morning, home, night. This is what you should do, all right? And it's very, very important to have this in place, guys. Theo, when I sleep and wake up, it's kind of right now it's not set because right now I'm working in US time zone. So now I wake up 10 p.m. and I go to sleep 1 a.m. because I'm adjusting to US. Normally, when I'm like normally, I wake up 6:30 a.m. and I go to sleep 10 p.m. That's like my normal rhythm. But for the last months, because I'm growing the company and we're taking things to the United States, I've had to adapt until I hire somebody in the US. That's my answer. So create a routine for morning and after work. Sleep, right? Again, go to sleep the same time every day on your working days. Don't deviate. And I know a lot of people, like I used to have sleep problems. A lot of people are like, but Miro, I can't go to sleep. It's so hard, right? I have insomnia. You don't have insomnia. If you go to, for most of you guys, if you go to sleep the same time every day for 30 days, your body will adjust and you will feel tired. So when I adapted to my new sleeping schedule of waking 6:30 and going to sleep 10 p.m., like the first week, I went to sleep like 2 a.m. I was like running on 4 hours of sleep. I was so tired. But after 14, 15, 16 days, your body's so depleted that it will start to automatically fall asleep at like 9:30, 10, or whatever the time is. So if you just stick to this for enough of a period, you're going to automatically fall asleep like half an hour before your sleep time. So it's very important on your working days, fall asleep at the same time. And the reason for this is because it's gonna mess with your hormones in your body if you go to sleep at different times every day. So when you go to sleep, your body releases hormones. I'm not sure if it's I don't want to comment on which one it is. I know when you wake up, your body releases. I'm pretty sure it's cortisol. That's like a hormone that makes you not feel tired, right? The opposite of tired. And you don't want to fight your hormones in your body, right? You want to work with them, because if you fight them, it's going to be very hard. And if you go to sleep the exact same day, your body will exactly know when to feel tired, right? When to release the right hormones and when to wake up and release cortisol. You want to work with your body, not against it. That's why sleep routines are important. And this is a very important one we talked about, making less decisions, right? So don't spend your brain power deciding what to wear today. All right, that's the last thing. When I started as an entrepreneur, I used to wake up in the morning oh, is this shirt nice, or should I wear this to the meeting? Should I have this tie? Always lay out your clothes the day before, and ideally find 2-3 pieces that you like and feel sharpened and wear them every day. Have you ever asked yourself why Warren Buffett and why Bill Gates and why the richest people in the world, the majority of them, wear the same fucking clothes every day? Look at Mark Zuckerberg. He has worn the same t-shirt every day. Is it because he has a bad hygiene? I doubt it. It's because he has 100 freaking examples of that t-shirt and he wears it because he feels good in them and he doesn't have to spend time and spend brain power deciding what to wear. He spends that brain power on more important things. Now, I'm not saying you should dress like Mark Zuckerberg. I love fashion and I think I have a good style. I just lay out the clothes the day before. That's the thing, right? I have 2 three pieces that I really like. I have a pair of sneakers I love. I have 2, 3 jeans that I love. I have 2, 3 t-shirts that I love. And I have a bunch of the same ones and I wear them every day. Right. And I lay them out the day before. So when I wake up in the morning, my gym bag is packed and I could just like, I don't need to think about what I'm going to wear. That's very, very important, guys. So in terms of decision making, that's it. And meal prep. Meal prep for your food in advance, guys. Cooking takes a lot of time. Save time by having meals ready for the day. Maybe, I don't know, you should definitely look up in your local area. It's not that expensive to have somebody cook your meal for you, like a food delivering company. Check that out. If not, I would recommend you on your day off on Sundays, right? Uh, on your day off on Sundays, meal prep for the entire week. So you can just like eat your food and then like, you know, you're done. You don't have to cook it. Don't cook it the same day, right? That's like, oh my God, that takes so much time. So then you don't even, and it's the same thing. You don't want to make a decision about, you know, what you're going to, oh, so what am I going to eat today? What am I going to get? What am I going to get for lunch? What am I going to get for dinner? No, you have everything like laid out. You know, you're going to, you're going to eat this for breakfast, this for lunch, this for snack, this for dinner, and this for like late night snack. That's it. All right. Yeah, Rohit, it is cortisol that wakes you up, man. So guys, that's about it when it comes to you know, asymmetrically improving your freaking life and operating on all cylinders and becoming like, guys, working smart is not enough. You gotta win on all freaking levels, right? You want to get a competitive advantage, and this is truly a competitive advantage because do you honestly think that the majority of people are doing this? Like, this is biohacking at the highest level, right? Like, I've tried things like this for 4 years, and this is really what gives me an edge in the market. I'm not smarter than people, to be honest. I'm not stronger. I'm not faster, but I have good routines in place, and I work very, very hard, very, very focused. And people can never beat me by the hours because I have systems in place. And what allows me to do that is this, right? It's sleep, exercise, no notifications, not using social media in the morning, good nutrition, using Brain FM, planning tomorrow today, work routines, exercise routines, morning routines, winding down routines, sleep routines, laying out the clothes and making less shallow decisions per day, meal prepping. This is really, really what's going to take you to the next level. This is going to help you more, make you more money than any conversion hack or flavor of the month Facebook ad tactic.